So I was going through my comments section, and somebody asked, Dink, when's the MK9 Quan Chi overview? And I was like, I thought I already did the overview, like that was the first one I put out, and I went back and I looked, and I didn't, actually. I just did some gameplay. So I'm super excited to make this video. And YouTube's been pretty shit lately for me. So, yeah, I thought that maybe I'd try a different intro. Maybe the intro's getting a little bland, people didn't like it. So I'm gonna try this one, and you guys just let me know what you think.
Yo, YouTube, what's poppin'?
It's your boy, Shujinkydink, back with another YouTube video. Before we get started, though, better smash that like button. It doesn't matter if you actually like the video. It doesn't even matter if you watch the video. Smash that like button, because that's what you do on YouTube. You know, the Lambo insurance ain't cheap. And guys, while you're at it, don't forget to follow me on my social medias, my Twitters, my Instagrams, my Ashley Madison. We'll see you there. Let's get into another Mortal Kombat video. Hashtag demonetized. So Quan Chi was a very unique character. He was probably the most, well, I don't know if I can say the most, one of them. One of the most meter-dependent characters in the game. And he had a very, very fun playstyle as far as building the meter and all that fun stuff. So, to show you this, so of course Quan Chi has his standard trance move. Whoa, that I just messed up. And then of course he has his runes. He has a close rune, he has a medium rune, and he has a far rune. This is a bitch to hit. There we go, I hit it. And of course he can enhance all of these into a 10% unblockable move. So, which seems a little broken, a little overpowered. And it kind of was, but he was the best character in the game with full meter, and one of the worst characters in the game with no meter. So let's start off with the string. So we had this low overhead. There was a gap there, you could poke it. You could do this to negate that gap, but as you can see, the second hit whiffs, so not really a whole lot of point to doing that. It's a launcher in the corner, by the way. Of course, this low overhead was also a launcher, so you could launch and then do a combo like a practical B&B would look like this. And then you do 1-1 into the sky drop and finish the combo, so 28%. Now this is kind of where things get a little bit deep, because in order to really play Quan Chi's game, you really need to have meter. So if we pay attention to his meter in the corner there, and see how much meter he builds off of trance, and how much he builds off of rune. So trance built the most amount of meter, and this was crucial to know as a Quan Chi player. Like, you needed to know how to get the meter to do what's called the rune trap. So I will show you the rune trap here real quickly. I just need to build some meter back here. I'm gonna go this. I'm gonna go back to normal. So if you did 2-1-2 into the enhanced rune, it was a block string, and then it linked back into itself. So you could do this, and that's all unblockable. There was no push blocks, there was no block escapes, none of that in this game, so you just had to hold it all. That's what made it so infuriating playing against Quan Chi. It's like he could have like 10% life and make this huge comeback. Now the 1-1 sky drop ender actually gave you a restand, reset, which you could go into your rune trap. So for example, let's take Quan Chi's most damaging combo here, and then we'll do the rune trap afterwards. So that's exactly how much health you lost because you got hit by Quan Chi one time. And he had full meter. So this made it a really fun way to play him, in the sense that there was a strategy that I came up with that always seemed to work for me. Was the first round, you want to get the first hit, because if you get the first hit, you get a bar meter. Then you want to build your 3 bars, and then you want to use the rune trap in the first round to win that round. Second round, you want to do nothing but build meter. Losing a round if it takes it, never break, almost never break with Quan unless it's like the end of round 3. And then round 3, repeat round 1 again, catch them in the rune trap, win the game. To kind of see how that works. To get out of the rune trap, if you had 2 bars or more, you could get hit and then choose to break. That was one way to get out, but you're sacrificing 2 bars. Now when Quan didn't have meter, building the Building meter, like I mentioned earlier when we were looking at the trance and the runes, came down to using the actual trance move. So when you would hit somebody with a trance, you could whiff some special moves to build some more meter. So for example, if we did something like... So you can see we can whiff one trance and one rune, and then we get additional meter from using the sky drop. So there's 3 special moves being used there, in addition to our original trance that we did. Trance itself was built the most meter. So in some cases, you could actually get 2 trances instead of doing a trance and a rune. You have to catch your opponent airborne with the trance in order to make that work. So I'll give you an example here. So you see, because I caught the opponent in the air, the 1-1-2 launched them, and you can see the trance hits them just before they hit the ground. So if you see that animation, you know that you can get 2 trances off instead of the trance and the rune to build optimal meter. And then of course using block strings like 1-1-3 rune or 1-1-3 skull, something like that to build more meter. Again, like I was saying in my game plan, the second round I'll tend to zone a little bit more, using like skulls and runes to build some meter. So yeah, that's the meter build and the rune trap. He also had this move here. Good footsie tool, but it's kind of slow. Second hit is a low. Kind of catch your opponents off guard, back and forth, and of course you can special cancel to start the rune trap from a distance if you want. Now there was a way to get a 4th rune, which was kind of broken. It was a little bit risky because you're interrupting your pressure, but you have to jump and do a stagger, and then you can go into the 2-1-2 again. The 2-1 was neutral on block, so it made a great stagger. So I'll see if I can show you here. So you see I just barely built that 4th bar, so you can get 4 of them off if you risk your pressure there. You do risk an anti-air, but you know, you can also just keep it safe and do the rune trap. He also had the skeletal boost, which was pretty slow and kind of useless. The enhanced version gave him a power boost and a health boost. But outside of that, it was just random. Sometimes you got damage, sometimes you got health. So imagine getting a damage boost and then going into the rune trap. What? It's happened to me before. You can guarantee a skeletal boost by anti-airing with the skull. I just missed there. So anytime you anti-air with a skull, you get a skeletal boost for free. There's also the purple Quan glitch, where if you did if you had the skeletal boost active and you did the sky drop and you did the runes at the perfect time, it actually turned Quan into like this really bright white looking like thing. Not that he already isn't, but even more so. So this is kind of funny to look at. Online, sometimes you would get stuck in that after that whole rune trap. So his weakness was that he didn't have the best defense. Like his down 1 is 11 frames, and his down 3 is 7, but it's kind of stubby. So he could get abused by plus frames and resets and stuff like that like quite easily. So characters like Johnny Cage and Sonya, he really struggled against. But yeah, guys, that's Quan Chi in a nutshell. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, because it really helps me out. And subscribe, because we make new videos every single day. Hashtag Bonehawks and all that stuff, and we'll see all you guys in the next video.
Accept your death.